Hey nerds, Lily coming back at you live from TechSauce Global Summit Day 1. I'm here hanging out with my new friend Kai, who is head of partnerships at Taiwan Startup Stadium. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, so we've caught up with you guys around the world, right? So you're based in Taiwan. The Beach City team have met up with you in San Francisco, in Hong Kong. So we're like best friends at this point, right?
Yeah, it's good to see you here again in Thailand.
Yeah. So tell us then, we've just been shooting fish in a barrel and hanging out with your startups here that you brought from Taiwan. So tell us a little bit about the role that you guys play within your ecosystem.
All right. So we're Taiwan Startup Stadium. We are an ecosystem builder based in Taiwan. So over the past 4 years, we have been helping Taiwan startups to connect with the global resources. And at the moment, we have over 150 startups in our program across different verticals. And among them, some of them are highly interested in the Thailand market. That's why we are bringing 5 startups here to TechSauce to meet the local people.
Yeah. So that's super cool that you've been you're giving them a chance, right, to come exhibit these things, which sometimes a smaller startup would not necessarily have the resources to do, right? So when you talk about the resources that an emerging startup needs, what are some of the big ones? What's important? What drives their growth?
So for the startups, there are mainly 3 things they're looking at. So one is the corporate partners, and second is investors, and third is the mixed media exposure, so like you guys.
That's what we're doing. Cool. So, we've been working with True Digital Park, right? They've got an incredible facility here. They've invested a lot in bringing people together, right? And so I think what I think is really cool about that is one, just having the physical space, you create these opportunities for people to meet and connect, right? But the other part of it is actually investing in creating those connections, right? And those are the things that are going to power the ecosystem and get people to level up. And so, so what do you guys sort of do to make sure that your startups you're not just getting them out in front of the global stage, but you're trying to, do you try to do community building and events with Taiwan Startup Stadium?
Yeah. So I would like to touch upon a few things.
Yeah.
First, for trade shows like this, we actually do pre-training for the startups to prepare them to be ready to come here.
Okay.
So we help them to polish their pitch decks and also to teach them some techniques on BD and media outreach. And second of all, when we are here locally, we are not only here for business card exchange. We also collaborate with our local partners who really know about the local market better than us. So this time we have worked with Baker McKenzie, we work with Lions Go Up, and we're going to have a networking event very soon. So it will be creating a very nice opportunity for the startups to meet with the local people and build on their relationship face to face.
Right, right. And so speaking of those relationships then, right, so you guys are all over the world, right? And so what are some of the similarities or differences with the partnerships that you find around the world, or what are the differences in the way that people interact with the startup scenes in Taiwan or elsewhere?
Well, I have to say every country is different. So for Taiwan people, of course, we're more familiar with the Asian culture. But in the past, we look a lot into the Silicon Valley scene because that's all everything started.
Right.
So we do it differently. So in Silicon Valley, we actually build on our past relationship with our alumni.
Okay.
Like founder of YouTube, Steve. He has been passing on his knowledge of what he has built in Silicon Valley. And then for Asia in general, we of course go into different countries to meet the local partners and try to have our mentors from serial entrepreneurs or from the corporate side who will be able to show us different perspectives, what they really see there locally. And since some of them are Taiwanese themselves, they will be able to point out the real differences. So some of the cultural things in Thailand, you cannot touch people's head, you cannot step on a money note, something like that. So those are the tiny things you cannot learn if you're in Taiwan. It's something you cannot learn if you just look at books or on the TV. So that's some kind of things we want to build upon and transfer the knowledge among our community of startups.
All right. That's very cool. So what I'm hearing here is that you guys aren't just focused on let's make sure pitch decks are shiny. Let's not just make sure that you're getting those meetings with the investors, but you're really all about the soft touches, the little cultural intricacies, the psychology of how you approach people to make sure that people can get the best out of their opportunities, right?
Exactly.
All right. Super cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Kai. If people want to find out more about TSS, where should they go?
They should reach out to us at www.startupstadium.tw.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So stay tuned. We've got more great content brought to you from Beach City Life in partnership with True Digital Park.